We begin in the Middle East, where Israel and Hezbollah traded attacks amid escalating tensions in the region. The Lebanon-based group launched over 300 rockets into northern Israel on Sunday. Hezbollah's leaders claimed the rockets struck an Israeli army base along with several civilian settlements. He further added that the attacks on Israel were to avenge the killing of Hezbollah commander Fouad Shukr, who was killed by an Israeli airstrike in Beirut just last month.
If the result is satisfactory and achieves the intended goal, then we consider that the operation in retaliation for the killing of Al-Hajj Mohsin and the targeting of Dahiyeh is done. And if the result is not enough from our point of view, then we retain the right to respond another time.
In retaliation, Israel deployed almost 100 fighter jets and carried out large-scale airstrikes on Hezbollah targets. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said that the airstrikes destroyed nearly 1,000 rocket launchers. He further added that the recent escalation was not the end of the story.
What happened today is not the end of the story. Hezbollah tried to attack the state of Israel with rockets and drones early in the morning. We instructed the IDF to carry out a powerful preemptive strike to remove the threat. The IDF destroyed thousands of short-range rockets. All of them were intended to harm our citizens and our forces in the Galilee. In addition, the IDF intercepted all the UAVs that Hezbollah launched at a strategic target in the center of the country.
Meanwhile, National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan spoke about the escalation in the Middle East, saying that Washington was in touch with both Israel and Hezbollah to prevent a full-blown war.
We have been concerned about the conflict escalating into an all-out regional war since October 7th, and we have worked round the clock with partners and allies, moving military assets, engaging in intensive diplomacy, both publicly and privately behind the scenes, to avert that outcome. We continue to work to avert that outcome. And our hope is that the events of last night do not spill out into an escalation that leads to regional war.
And shifting from tensions in Israel's north to the south, Jake Sullivan said that the United States is confident of a ceasefire in Gaza. Meanwhile, the United Nations Security Council also met over the weekend to push for a ceasefire. However, the meeting did not go as planned. During the roundtable discussions, Israel accused the Palestinian Authority of aiding Hamas and not condemning the October 7 terror attack. Israel's envoy to the United Nations called the Palestinian Authority, quote-unquote, terrorists in suits. Israel further added that nations criticizing them for their actions in Gaza are silent when Israel is attacked by Hamas or Hezbollah. As diplomatic efforts to de-escalate the war between Israel and Hamas continue, Hezbollah's rocket attacks on Israel are only complicating the peace deal negotiations. From impeachments to inaugurations, if it's a political story, we are on the scene. The race for the White House is heating up.
Kamala, you're fired!
I say, bring it on.
If it's breaking news, we're live with the latest coverage. From the White House, the State Department, and Capitol Hill, we know the issues, but above all, we know the players to bring you the latest in-depth analysis on all the key stories that we're covering. I'm Eric Ham. Join me from Washington here on Firstpost America.
Climate change is on our doorstep. It's time for a revolution to take root. And it starts with 1.4 billion Indians. It starts with one tree. One tree for humanity. One tree for Mother Earth. One tree for our future. Project One Tree, a News 18 network initiative.
Across continents, one powerful news source.
Bringing you diverse perspectives on the issues that matter.
We go beyond the boundaries to give you that little extra about every sporting moment.
So thank you for making Firstpost 5 million strong. We're counting on your support, and you can trust us to bring you the news unfiltered and unvarnished.